with the ash. Yeah, ho, we tapping and pass it like magic. No, we not asking, we see it, we grab it. Diamonds, they flashing, go blind when I'm passing. Mask on, I'm clapping, no mask on assassin. Jugging, we snatching, all black is the fashion. We not the same, bro, just look at the fabric.
It was good, everybody. It's your boy Kama. We back with another video, man. Hey, man, real quick, I wanted to touch on something that's been like a hot topic for the past 24 hours to 48 hours. In the wake of James Washington injury, Jerry Jones saying there's no real urgency to go sign the wide receiver right now. I see Cowboy Nation buzzing. Everybody in the uproar, everybody mad, saying it's impossible. We shouldn't go out with this wide receiver core right now with the inexperience and these young guys and things, you know what I mean, etc. But my take on it is this, right? I get it, right? I get it. Go grab a Will Fuller, go grab a T.Y. Hill, go grab a Emmanuel Sanders. Like, I get that. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with that. But I also get that they're higher on Jalen Tolbert and they want to see what Simi Fehoko could do, and they're going to see what these young guys could do because they got high hopes for them, or they think it's time for them to step up. I also get that, but I'm not opposed to you bringing somebody in, right? I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to you going staying with the same lineup, but it's like the way I look at it is we don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to cause panic. It's so easy to cause panic and things of that nature when you don't know. Like we're in the unknown stages right now, right? Like a year ago or 2 years ago when Malcolm Gallup went down and Cedric Wilson had to come in and fill in roles, and Cedric Wilson was able to do what he do the only way to get a contract. You're not going to sit and convince me you was 100% confident in Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson was unproven. He's a 6th round pick. But guess how Cedric Wilson got to the point where he got a contract? He came in situations due to injury because he was always the number 4, sometimes number 5 wide receiver, and he proved himself to be valuable. It's the same thing. Like, you're never going to know until these guys play. Now, if Jalen Tolbert did that start season number 2 and he close to 1,000 yards, and everybody going to say, oh, we got to steal, we did this. But you're never going to know until these guys play. I'm nowhere near opposed to watching people like bringing in Emmanuel Sanders, Will Fuller, the list goes on, and T.Y. Hill. I'm not opposed to that, but I do agree to what Jerry Jones said. There's no urgency. Them guys are veterans, so it's like he could sign them literally halfway through camp. They come in, they probably done seen about every playbook. Come in, get acclimated. They play football, get acclimated, get a couple weeks in with that, they good to go. So like right now, there is no urgency because now we can use this training camp time to see the next couple of weeks to see, including that we got a preseason game coming up next week, to see, am I bugging? Okay, you know what? Yeah, you right. This ain't gonna work. Will Fuller, come here. Yo, Emmanuel Sanders, what you doing? You wanna come over? Like, but right now there is no urgency. I mean, you look at some of the best offenses in the league. Cincinnati went to the Super Bowl last year. AJ Green was hurt, right, for multiple years. They bring in T. Higgins. They bring in Jamar Chase. They only had Tyler Boyd up to that point because AJ Green was hurt for multiple years. You know how that team became to the point where they probably got the best receiving core in the league right now? You let T. Higgins play. Jamar Chase is a dog. You let them play. They had to develop into what they is. No, am I saying Jalen Tolbert is Jamar Chase? We don't know. I'm not saying that Jamar Chase is the extra special talent, but you have to let people play and develop. You got to. You got to. That's that's the scary thing about moving on, right? It's easier said than done. We can sit here and say, okay, let's move on to the next guy. Let's move on to this guy. But the guy behind that has to eventually develop to be who you want him to be. Jalen Tolbert, whether we like it or not, Jalen Tolbert, whether Michael Gallup was, if Michael Gallup wasn't injured, Jalen Tolbert would still play a big role in this team this year as probably the number 3 wide receiver. Now, with the injury, you probably get to move up to 2, or depending if he brings somebody in, he's still gonna be 3. But let him develop, man. Like I'm very confident that he could put up the same numbers or even better numbers than Cedric Wilson did, because I feel like he's a better athlete than Cedric Wilson. I feel like he has better hands. I feel like he's more dynamic than Cedric Wilson. But that's just my thoughts on that, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Always remember to like and subscribe. It's your boy Compton. Salute.